Good evening, parents. I'm innovations teacher here at Speedway. I just wanted to introduce myself and introduce the class and hopefully kind of give you an insight to what our everyday looks like. So, like I said, my name is Sarah. I've been at Speedway. This is my 6th year, my 9th year teaching. I absolutely love innovations. I love that I get to watch kids explore different aspects of what they are passionate about and really turn it into something that is impacting our community. So how it works is that is a passion-based, project-based class. So with that, students, we work with them a lot in the beginning to kind of figure out what are you passionate about? What are you seeing in the community that you would like changed? And then we work with community mentors and leaders to make that change happen. So whether it be that you want to end homelessness, then we start working with community leaders to figure out, okay, so what can we do to help solve this issue? We had projects that started where just in the past, students wanted to give kids the ability to get clothes or deodorant if they forgot it, or food if they needed it, anything. They just wanted to give kids the ability to have the things that they may not have immediate access to. So they started something called Sparky's Closet, where kids can come in and we have clothes that are donated to us or given to us by companies. We have food that's donated. We have toiletries galore that kids can, if they, forgot their deodorant for the day, or they need, 3 or 4 extra toothbrushes at home for their family or whatnot, they can come in and grab it. And all of that started because one of my students thought, what if we had something? What if we had a way to give kids access to things that they don't have access to? And so that's just one innovations project. Another one is, I had a student that was very passionate about artwork, and he wanted to display more art that related to Speedway. So he worked with local businesses around Speedway and got in touch with Liz Grover at Charlie Brown's and was able to put together a massive 10 feet tall by 20 feet long mural of Speedway on the side of her building. So if you get a chance, go by Charlie Brown's and check it out, and know that that was done by a student who at that time was in 8th grade. So again, innovations is all about what are you passionate about and how can we get you to where you can do that to help directly make an impact in your community. So I wanted to show you a couple of things real quick so that you know how students are graded in here and basically what our typical day looks like. Okay, so here is my syllabus. There's information if you need to contact me. There's my website, my email, my phone number, whatever you need. We've also gone through a little bit about what the course is. Again, the whole point of this class that I want them to become more familiar with how to go through the design thinking process. I want them to be able to observe situations. I want them to be able to identify solutions. And then I want them to be able to problem solve. The kids make fun of me because my favorite acronym is FAIL, because it's the first attempt in learning. So they're going to create projects, and the likelihood that they're going to be successful in the very first try is slim. But it's that whole revolving thing of, here's my problem. This is what I researched and found. I tried a solution. It didn't work. I revisited it. I tried a different solution, and so on and so on. I also work with them to develop their interview skills and email and phone etiquette. We all know that kids, especially at this age, have a hard time understanding how to email professionally and maybe how to have proper phone etiquette. So we really work with people, like when you are calling companies or when you're emailing companies, everything goes through me first. Every email before they send it, I see it. Every time they're on a phone call, I'm aware of it. So that I know that they're presenting their best quality. So So we work a lot with kids on that. And then obviously understanding risk taking and how to communicate with a team. Again, every project is known by everybody in the classroom because we're here to support each other and help each other's projects out. So we're going to continue to work through that. How we're graded is that kids put together for me weekly proposals. So they put together first a 3-week proposals, basically saying by the end of this 3 weeks, I want to accomplish this. And then they break it down into weekly goal settings by saying, okay, if my overall thing that I want to do by the end of this 3 weeks is that I want to find a business that I can paint a mural on, then their first week, they might have to first research what businesses would even be allowed, they would be allowed to do that with. They might have to work through research to figuring out what type of mural that they would want to do. They might have to figure out a sketch of what they want their first mural to look like. So again, that weekly goal setting helps them to understand what they need to do to accomplish the whole 3-week proposal. And then each week they reflect. They're also graded on participation. How positive is their behavior? How willingness are they there to help others? How motivated are they? Do they stay on task all the time? Do they work quickly? Are they constantly thinking about their project? And then how well do they communicate with their classmates and seek advice from others? They are also graded on their weekly plan. How measurable is it and how specific is it? Does it challenge them enough to keep them moving, but also not so over challenging that it overwhelms them? And then also, what were they able to complete? Were they able to complete their weekly goal and reflection on time and sent to me? Did they provide enough details as to what was accomplished? And if it wasn't, how are they going to change that for the next week? So anyways, I hope that that kind of gives you an idea of what we do in the classroom. I love working with this because I just love seeing how passionate kids are and how they really want to work to make a difference in our community. So if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. And I look forward to working with your kid this year. So thank you. Have a good night.